Hello, sir. I'm audible now.
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay, sir. Please allow me to introduce to you to the audience first, sir.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Binoy is a sales and business development professional with over 8 years of experience in educational tech and SaaS industry. He is currently serving as a sales manager at Total Library Solutions Group, where he leads the Grammarly business portfolio in India, working closely with academia and the research institution to support the adoption of digital writing and communication solutions. Prior to this role, he held several leadership positions at Bridge People Technology Solutions Private Limited, including Senior Business Development Manager, Regional Manager, and Business Development Manager, where he managed institutional partnership, SaaS sales, and regional business growth. He began his career in HR and staffing with Joop Now and Biz People Technology Solution. Mr. Binoy holds a Bachelor degree of Arts from Tripura University, Agartala. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitations. So now over to you. You can proceed the session, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the brief introduction, and it's always amazing and feels great to be part of this kind of very important sessions or workshop. And I think this is the third time I'm being part of this workshop. So I would like to thank Vineet sir, Ravi sir, the principal coordinator, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to be part of this workshop. So rather wasting much time, I'll straight away come to the session. Quickly share my screen. Yeah. So once again, very good evening, everyone, and welcome you on this online program on tools for authoring and reviewing manuscripts, and organized by ENE ICT Academy MNIT. So I'll not go on the overview of my introduction, but the theme of today's session I have choose is improving academic writing and research output using Grammarly. So I think many of you are already aware what Grammarly is, and as I can see the audience or the participants, I think most of you are already our users. So I'll not, take you through the same discussions or trainings that we have done, but I'll go in depth of Grammarly, and I really want to know how you are really aware of Grammarly, and are you really utilizing the right way in your research, or when you worked on your manuscript. So setting up the premise before I come to the sessions, sharing a small beautiful picture with you. Being a researchers, faculty members, you can see here on the picture, paper published is just a tip of an iceberg, but the research writing journey or the academic writing journey, the pain or the hard work that you go through, no one sees it. So the pain or the hard work that you go through can be, make it little bit easier or better way by having a tool like Grammarly, where it will help you polish your documents. And before you start your manuscripts, or before you start writing any of your document, it's just a beginning with a rough draft, and you're just before you begin a draft, you're just staring at a blank page of your document, and starting with a single word to ending up writing 50, 60 pages of document. So the pain of the writing or the journey that you go through, no one will understand. So it's just an example, or just an overview of your research journey. Now, yes, of course, one new thing I think most of you have also are aware, or might be aware, that earlier Grammarly was a company and it was a product, but now Grammarly has changed to Superhuman, and Grammarly has become a product by Superhuman. And under Superhuman, we have multiple products available. Okay, and what is the objective of Grammarly is, to help people communicate effectively. And as academicians, students, researchers, I think we believe that communication is your bread and butter. So during your entire journey, academic journey, everything is related to communication. So This is a tool that will help you communicate effectively in the right format, in the right manner. And the quote here I'm sharing with you, I think most of you will agree to this, that research is like spending 10 hours to review 3 papers just to write one sentence containing 3 references, right? So I'm leaving this question to you. How do you want to, punctuate this, either with a question mark or exclamatory mark? And yeah, of course, I think globally, 85 percentage of the articles, research articles, are rejected by international publishers, and that is not because of plagiarism, but want of correct language, structure, styles, and improper citation. So whenever I talk about improper citation, this is where plagiarism happens. So having a tool or using Grammarly in your writing process will ensure that those pre-plagiarized context, or the plagiarism that happens during your research journey, are prevented and are taken care, so that when you send for a final plagiarism check, the fear of your paper getting rejected will no longer be there. So how those can be tackled, I'll be showcasing on today's session. And yeah, of course, if you see here how Grammarly impact, why institutions adopt Grammarly, that's a quick overview on the product side. But yes, as I mentioned, when you process your paper through Grammarly, you can be confident enough, and that your paper will be accepted, and very high chances of your paper getting it published. And most of our users or writers, they ask us that Grammarly does have a mechanism for plagiarism as well. So how different it is from unlike any other plagiarism tool. So we do not promote Grammarly as a plagiarism checking tool, because the treatment of plagiarism on Grammarly is completely different. It's like a plagiarism software is after you complete your paper, then only you send for a final plagiarism check. So as a researcher or a writer, sometimes you might not be aware whether your paper has been plagiarized or not. So if there is any plagiarism on your document, it gets detected and your paper is never accepted there, and it gets rejected and comes back to the concerned writer or researcher. So also keeping in mind, there are projects or there are some research projects that you will have. There might be timeline or deadline for the submission, so you might not meet that timeline. So utilizing Grammarly or processing your paper through Grammarly at the advanced level itself, during your writing itself, then and there it keeps on checking for plagiarism. And if there is any plagiarized content, then and there it cites it for you, so that you are already better prepared before sending for a final plagiarism check. So this is how the plagiarism feature of Grammarly works. But yes, we advise that you must send it for final plagiarism check. And a plagiarism tool and Grammarly are a complementary to each other. Okay. Now, uh, I think we have been training our users, and I think most of you are aware that lots of features are there. But today I wanted to cover in depth of Grammarly, because Grammarly has, rephrasing, grammar checks, punctuation checks, sentence structure checks. But are you really aware of these features that Grammarly has incorporated? And Grammarly has come up with a new platform, if you have the access or not, because if you are a subscriber or if your institute is subscribing to Grammarly, then they have to give you this access. Definitely, if you do not have the access, please contact your library or the admin person of your institute and inform them, so that we can also keep them updated on this. Okay. So all of these features that I have mentioned are the latest feature that Grammarly has come up with, and these features are really valuable and beneficial for your research journey or when you draft your manuscript. So yeah, the recent feature that has been launched, paraphrasing, is available now. You get checks for your correctness, clarity, engagement, and delivery. All of these 4 features mentioned on the second point of my slide stands for a different purpose. So what is that purpose? That also I'll be showing you on the demo. Citation audit. I think earlier you have the access of Grammarly for manual citation. Grammarly does not have a feature which is called auto citation. So let's say if any paper or any context on your research paper is plagiarized during the process of your writing, now you get a new feature which is called auto citation in APA MLN Chicago citation format, which is accepted by global publishers. So then and there, Grammarly auto cites the document that has been plagiarized, and it prevents the plagiarism during your writing itself, so that your paper is not considered as a plagiarized paper when you send for a final plagiarism check. Now, there is a feature called citation finder. You want to find citations for particular context, you will have that option to find citation. Again, nativity check, it's also a new feature. As we Indians, we are non-native English speakers, so some of us may have the challenge to communicate in English or to write in English on our document. So Grammarly has come up with a new feature called nativity check, where any writer or any user who is influenced in their mother tongue, let's say mother tongue, it may be Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, all the Indian languages are covered on Grammarly. You can customize your influence native language and start writing in English. So assume that the writer has written a wrong English sentence. Then and there, Grammarly understands the English competency of the concerned writer and give you the right sentence, how it has to be communicated on the document to help you deliver neutral English. Now, again, proofreader, of course, everybody knows proofreader. It's basically proofreading is the last step opportunity to catch the issues or the mistakes of your document. After you correct on Grammarly, you have a feature for proofreader. You can check your document again on proofreader to catch the final issues and then refine it before sharing it with any other or sending it for final plagiarism check. So you can proofread your document. Generative AI is also a new feature. With the rise of lots of AI tools in the market, Grammarly has also inbuilt a new feature called generative AI. You can use the generative AI feature of Grammarly to generate context whenever you want them. But also keeping in mind that human values, efforts, and ideas need to be, or it must be put into their effort in their writing. So this has a limitation. You cannot use this AI feature entirely to write your document. So every user gets up to 1,000 prompts per month. Once you exceed the prompt limit, this feature stops. So basically, sometimes using this generative AI you can use for, let's say, if you want to start a project or something, you can draft the outlines, get the ideas how to start a project, and then you can start writing by yourself. AI text detector is available, of course. Yeah, citation finder I've mentioned twice. Fact checker, you have the option to fact check your document. Readers reaction, how readers will react, that prediction is available. This is the latest feature. Authorship, very very important feature. Authorship is to basically safeguard the academic integrity. Using this authorship feature, you can track each and every single page or sentence or line or paragraph of your document, that is this document originally written by the writer or it is just copy pasted or AI generated. So using this authorship feature, Grammarly gives you a detailed report which sentence is written by human, which is copied from some other internet source, or which is copied from a chat GPT or some other AI tool. So this feature can be really helpful to keep the transparency of the work that researchers are really doing. And humanizer is basically, of course, if you have used some AI content, you can use this humanizer feature of Grammarly to reduce the AI generated percentage. Let's say if it is 70% of your document is AI generated, you can bring it down to 15%, 20%. But it does not make zero. Okay. But it actually helps you sound like it is human written. So these are the key features or latest features that has Grammarly has incorporated recently. And of course, other features are of course available on the platform. So Grammarly has overall 28 features as on date. Now talking about plagiarism, right? Everybody knows what is plagiarism. So when we talk about plagiarism, Grammarly here works as an early warning system. Okay, as and when you keep writing your document, Grammarly then and there keeps on, checking your paper and comparing your document, going across all internet indexes, including institutional repositories, web blogs, author pages, symposium, conference website, and if there is any similarity, then and there it gives you the plagiarism report. And not just giving you the plagiarism report, it also shows you from where this context has been copied, which is the exact source, and then and there it will tell you to cite and not just tell you to cite, it will also cite for you to prevent those plagiarized contexts. And with the current database, Grammarly covers more than 16 billion records of database. This database, we are talking about the paid sources. Okay, of course, the open internet is also covered, and all these database comes from 100,000 journals, ebooks, dissertations, newspapers, and magazines. And again, another good news for our users are basically on the last line of my slide. If you see, I have mentioned few names of databases. So if you're having access to, let's say, Sage Journals, Elsevier, Springer, or Science Direct, okay, now you will get a floating auto citation button of Grammarly. A logo will be floated on these databases. So assume that if any context has been plagiarized from these particular databases, let's say Science Direct, then and there you get an auto citation button available there. Just click on those databases, auto citation. Your citation is ready. You just need to copy the citation and cite it on your paper to prevent the plagiarism. So this citation comes in APA, MLA, and Chicago. So how that can be done? That also I'll be showcasing. Grammarly works in more than 5 lakhs applications. Wherever you want to use Grammarly, you can download the applications. I've just mentioned here a few which we regularly or mostly used by most of the users or writers. So wherever you want, you can install the plugins and access to it. With regards to the last part, with regards to security and privacy, there are lots of tools in the market, no doubt about it, right? But are they really compliant to the security standards, right? Privacy and security standards? Yes, we bluntly say they do not, because that's also a risky. No researcher or no writer will want their document to be accessed by someone else or misused by someone else or it get leaked. So Grammarly is the only tool which is 100% compliant to the highest level of security standards. And another good news is that the only tool to be certified as a responsible AI. Okay. So, so whatever document that you upload on Grammarly or what you write is only accessible to the user, and no one can access to your document. But yes, if you share your credentials, your login ID, password with your friends or colleagues, then they can see on what document you're working on. So unless and until you share your credentials, your documents are completely safe and secure. Now let's come back to the uh, demo. Okay. So if there are questions, you can type on the chat box. I'll be happy to take all your queries once we are done. So this is the platform of Grammarly. After you successfully register or once you get access to Grammarly, this is the dashboard. Is I'm accessing currently on the Chrome version. If you want to access it on Firefox, Mozilla, Windows, Safari, wherever, you can install the plugins there also. The same platform will be available. Okay. Earlier, Grammarly's feature was only you have an option to new document and upload. You do not have this scroll button or bar here. Okay. So this is the latest feature that has been updated on Grammarly. So before I take you through the how you can check your manuscripts, how you can check your writings on Grammarly, few customizations you have to do, because you have to instruct Grammarly or tell Grammarly how you need the assistance when you check your document or how you want Grammarly to help you corrections, right? So to do the correction, what you can do is you can come to the left side here, admin panel. As I am an admin person of my organization, it's showing admin panel. For a user, it will show my account. So once you click on my account, it takes you to the customization page. And as Grammarly is meant to be used for writing purpose, so do not get confused for this all these options. Straight away, you have to come to the writing platform. Once you click on writing platform, you have an option to customize three options: your dictionary, language setting, and your preferences. Your dictionary is created for every user. It's an individual dictionary. Why? Because some specific word sometimes it might not be available on Grammarly's dictionary and it may show you as incorrect. But if you think that is correct, whether you're writing a fiction or no, or maybe non-fiction related document, if you're using some specific word, you can add those words on your personal dictionary here and assign it. Once you assign it, is saved here below. Next time when you use the same word, Grammarly will treat as a correct. So this is just a basic personal dictionary. Now next comes the language setting. You come to the language setting here. it says select your primary language. So if a writer is good in English, if a researcher is good in English, you can keep as an English here. But if somebody have the challenge to write in English because he or she may be influenced with her or his mother tongue, so you can just click here and type your influence native language. Just take one two examples. You can just type, let's say, Telugu, or Tamil, or uh, if somebody is influenced in Gujarati, all the languages are available. Okay? Even Bengali or Bangla, Punjabi, okay, Hindi, unique languages even like Sanskrit or Urdu, or Sindhi. Okay, so anybody who is influenced in their native language, you can customize, type your native language and set your native language here. And once you start writing in English, if you make a wrong English sentence or if you write a wrong English sentence, then and there Grammarly will detect those sentences and give you the right sentence how it has to be communicated on your document. So this will help you sound neutral on your document, and it will help you deliver in the right format that has to be drafted or written on your document. Now next comes I write in. So here by default it is British English, but when you click here, Grammarly comes in 5 flavors of English language. So in future, some faculty members or some researchers you might come across, like you might be wanting to publish in high in American journal. So if you have a requirement to write it in American English, have that option. You can take American English and start writing, and Grammarly will help you write in American English. Same way, British, Canadian, Australian, and Indian English, whichever you want, you can customize it here. You want to sound fluent on your document, you can switch this on and it will help you deliver fluent English on your document. The last customization is preference here. And this is only one time customization. You don't need to again and again come and do the customization. Okay? And on this preference also, do not get confused. We have lots of preferences available. And for every preference, you get a detailed explanation on the right side and some with examples as well. So whichever you need, you can switch on the button. Okay? The customization is also very user friendly. You don't need to type anything. Just switch on or switch off the button. So if we talk about research, definitely, let's say you need to cite your paper if there is plagiarism. So you can switch on this citation feature. Once you switch on, it will help you correct citation formatting in APA, ML, and Chicago styles. So there might be some unclear sentences on your document. So it may be very difficult to understand for your readers. So do you want Grammarly to rewrite or rephrase those sentences for you? If yes, same way you can switch on those buttons here. And if there is unclear sentences going out on your document, then and there Grammarly detects like this and give you other suggestions. If you want to take it, you can take it. So you want to sound more confident on your document, you have that option also. So this is the customization for the preferences. So once you customize and tell Grammarly, basis on your customization, your document will be drafted or the suggestions will be given by Grammarly. Okay? So this is the customization part. Once you're done, you can click back on Grammarly's logo and start working on your document. You have an option to write here itself, or else you have a ready document which is already completed or written by you. You can upload it here. Okay, there is an upload option. You have upload and one is classic document. Upload classic document and one is upload document. This upload option is a new feature, and upload classic document is the old platform of Grammarly. So before I come to the new platform, I'll just show you the old platform. Once you upload classic document, the document will be uploaded in this platform. This is the classic document platform. Okay? So whenever you upload any document or whenever you write your document, you will see a score of your document here. Overall 86% of the score level, and this score level goes up to 100%. Once you reach 100% of your score, means there is a zero error on your document. Okay, so the more your score is high, then the more you are better. But before checking or correcting your document, you can click on this overall score. You can see, and before you correct your document, there is a goal setting here. You can click on goal setting, and Grammarly will ask you what is the document you are checking. How do you want Grammarly to tackle it? So it asks you what is the domain. Is it an academic paper or research paper you are checking? If it is a research paper, you can take academic, or is it a business related document you are correcting. Basis on that, you can customize this. And the next, what is the intention of your document? Are you trying to inform, describe, convince, or tell a story? So on this intent, you will have multiple options. But for domain, audience, and formality, you will have only one option. So who are your audience? Whom are you addressing? Is it a general audience, knowledgeable, expert audience? Formality level, of course, you better keep formal, because most of you might be checking or writing research papers or academic documents, and you can set academic. Once you set academic, it asks you again, what is the type of paper? Is it an essay, report? Is it, if it is a research paper, you keep others. And then format of citation, you have been advised to use MLA, APA, Chicago. These three formats are already available. But if you have other formats or other requirement for citation, then you can click on other option. After that, click on done. Once you click on done, the overall score gets calculated. From 86%, it has come down to 88. So as and when you correct your document, Grammarly will give you the right suggestion, but it does not auto correct for you. Okay, it gives you always the right suggestion on the right side like this. And once you accept it, then only it is corrected. Unless and until you have an option to dismiss it also, whatever you have written on your document, you want to keep it, you can dismiss it and it will be there. Now, I was during my PowerPoint presentation, I was talking about 4 critical suggestions that Grammarly tackles when you know write your draft your manuscripts, or it may be any research paper. 4 suggestions, critical suggestions Grammarly gives you. What are those? Those are correctness, clarity, engagement, and delivery. So this each suggestion stands for different purpose. If I click on correctness, on this correctness, all the issues on your document related to grammar, punctuation, and spelling mistakes are highlighted, and then you can correct. Okay? Next, clarity is related to unclear sentence, hard to read sentence, very long sentences. So you want to make it concise, shorter, where there is better clarity. You can click on clarity here, and all the hard to read sentence will be highlighted on your document, and you can correct it in this way by giving you suggestions on the right side. Once you accept it, you can see the comparison also. Okay, the meaning is same, but instead of writing it too long, you can make it concise or shorter. So do you want to make it concise, accept it, then it is corrected. Next goes to engagement. Engagement is related to repetitive word usage. If there are repetitive word usage on your document, or similar kind of words again and again you have written, then it gives you synonyms on your document, and you can take it on the right side. And there is another way of taking synonyms on Grammarly. Okay? So like for example, uh, here model is also very common word, commonly used word. So I don't want this model, but I want other synonyms instead of model. So what I do is, you can double click here. You have to double click and you get lots of other synonyms. Instead of model, you can use measure, benchmark, that fit the context that you are writing. Basis on that, you can, okay, select it. You want to take a prototype or something, you can just click on prototype, and from model now it is changed to prototype. This is how you can take synonyms on grammar. Okay? Next comes to delivery. Delivery is related to formality issues. If there is informal communication going out on your document, then it gives you advice, examples, right, suggestions. Okay, if you want to take it, you can take it. So let's say, and Grammarly is a tool that will not only help you correct or give you suggestions. Okay, it's like a mentor or a guide. For every mistake that you do, you have an option to learn more. So you can click on learn more. You get examples with explanations why this has been advised to use on your document. Instead of the sentence or the word that you have used, you get a detail of about the issue with examples, and you want to rephrase it, you can rephrase it. So it's like a mentor or a guide for every user or a writer. Okay, that's how the corrections can be done. Now sometimes what happens is, when we write our document, we might be out of ideas how to go forward. So you have an option on Grammarly which is called generative AI. So you want to take some ideas from the AI of Grammarly, no worries, just click on this generative AI button. You can just uh, draft your question here. Let's say I want to begin a project on uh, let's say responsible AI. So I need an outline how to begin it. So let's say so give me an outline for a project on responsible AI. So I just drafted one random question like this. If something you're working on, some topic or some projects, same, you can draft it here and enter. Once you enter, the AI of Grammarly works, and within just a second, you get a detailed outline draft. So how you can begin a project on responsible AI, starting with introduction to background informations, lots of other details. So you can input all of these details and then write your project. So this is how you can use the AI feature of Grammarly. So this has a limitation. So it is only meant to be used whenever you are in need, or you need some ideas and help from the AI. So once you exceed the prompt limit, this feature will stop and you will have to wait for the next one again to access this feature. So we advise our users basically for email drafting purposes, or some circulations of your department related, some event related, something you want to communicate using this AI feature, you can utilize this. Next, then and there, as and when you keep writing your document, if you want to check for AI text or plagiarism, you have an option here. Check for AI text and plagiarism. No worries. You can click here, one click. It takes few seconds as it goes against billions of web pages to compare your document with academic databases, and if there is any plagiarized content, you get a detailed report of your document with plagiarism percentage. And if somebody have used AI to write your document, you also get the AI percentage here. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I got the report of my document, and it says here 40% of my paper is plagiarized, 6% is AI written, because I have used few of the patterns or context using this generative AI feature. That's the reason it is showing me. So same way, if you check your document, you get the report like this. And for every plagiarism or AI context you have written or something like that, it will be highlighted in light green color like this, and you get a detailed report. If this particular context has been plagiarized from this is the exact source, it has come from some Wikipedia. Same way, if there is any context like this for you, you get a detailed report, and not just a report of your document, you get a ready to give reference also here itself. If you want to give reference, you can copy the reference. Or else, let's say if some plagiarism has come from a databases, it may be from Springer or Sage journals. If you go to Springer or Elsevier like this, or Science Direct, if somebody is having access to Science Direct, you will get an auto citation button of Grammarly here itself. Okay. Once you install the plugin of Grammarly on your Chrome or on your other browser extensions, the auto citation button of Grammarly will automatically be available on all of those database that you have the access, like Science Direct. We have Sage journals. Okay, we have PLOS One. Few examples, archives. Okay? If you're having access, you get this floating citation button. You don't need to cite by yourself. Just click on Get Citation. Your citation is ready right now. By is in APA format, but you want to change this citation, no worries, you just click on this APA and it comes in MLA and Chicago. Which format you want to use? Let's say I want MLA citation. I click on MLA, it is changed to MLA. I don't want MLA, I want in Chicago. I click on Chicago, it is changed to Chicago. So you can copy this citation and come to your document and cite it. So during the process of your writing itself, you are also giving citation to ensure that this particular context, once it is cited, it is never considered as a plagiarism, because you are also giving the credit to the concerned author whose context you have maybe intentionally or unintentionally copied, or which is coming from some other sources, right? So when you send for a final plagiarism check after the completion of your paper here, you can be confident enough that your paper will be accepted. Okay? So of course, in India, all of the premier institutions, all the IITs, all the IIMs, all the ISIS, IISC Bangalore, every single institutions are Grammarly subscribers. Now, assume that once you're done with all the corrections, citations, you can click on menu bar here. You have an option to print. You're connected to a printer straight away. Print your document. You can download this document, and do not upload PDF files to check your document. Okay? If you have a ready document, it should be in editable format. Grammarly checks all the editable formats like .doc, .docx, all this RTF, .txt files. You can upload and check it. But if your requirement is in PDF, no worries. You can download after getting it corrected, cited, and convert into PDF and send it for submission. So this is how you can use this platform. Once you're done, you can click on My Grammarly, or you have not completed your checking or corrections, you can click on this My Grammarly. Your documents will be saved on the dashboard, and this document is your document will be only visible to you. No one can access it. So you want to come back after 2-3 days and rework on your document, you can do that. This is the whole platform of Grammarly. Now, let's come to the latest feature, which I think you may not be aware that Grammarly has come up with. So I'll just show you the new latest platform of Grammarly. If you click on upload document, and if you upload any document, it will straight away take you to the latest feature of Grammarly. But if you want to use the older platform, you have to click here, upload classic document, then you can upload the older version of on the older platform of Grammarly. Now I'll just show you the latest platform. You can click on upload, select any document, and you can upload it here. Once you upload the document, Grammarly have created agents. Okay, we call it Grammarly's agents. Okay, multiple agents, and this is the latest platform. And I think most of you will be really happy to have this platform. The first option is just an AI chat button. If you need assistance on the right side, these are the. I'll just close this tab. On this right side, if you see, all these are the agents of Grammarly. These are the new features that has been recently launched, and you can see lots of features like Grammarly's proofreader, paraphraser, reader's reaction, humanizer, citation finder. So once you complete your document correction on the older platform of Grammarly, you want to review your final document, you can upload on this platform and go for a final check. So once you upload, you will have all these agents available. Like let's say Grammarly's, I want to check for Grammarly's proofreader. I want to proofread this. I click on proofreading feature, and Grammarly's agents will work on this, all these agents, and it will give you the percentage of your writing quality. Okay, you want to make changes, it will make changes. You have an option. You want to change this. Once you accept it, here you can change it like this with explanation instead of this, why this is suggested. You want to change it, you can proofread it, you can accept it, then it is changed like this. You have multiple options, and you have what are the issues on your document, it gives you a report also. So this is how you can proofread your document. Next, you want to paraphrase it, you can paraphrase. Everybody knows what is paraphrase. Okay, so I'll not come to this. Next is reader's reaction. So it is a prediction by Grammarly agents that how the readers of your document will react to it. So once you click on reader's reaction, it gives you lots of suggestions and inputs. How will reader remember your document? You want to make more changes on your document, you can do that. And reader's reaction here, yeah. So on this reader's reaction, just a minute. Yeah. On this reader's reaction, you have an option to select who are like you can customize your readers. If you click here on the reader's reaction, who are going to be your readers for, let's say, academic peers, course instructor, research collaborators, how are they going to react? Or let's say journal authors, science student, professional writers, you can customize. You can even create audience also. You have this reader reaction option. Let's say research collaborators, how are they going to react to your document? Once you click here, you can save here, save and recheck. Once you save and recheck, again, Grammarly will work on your document and give you an update with a full detailed report of your document. Research collaborators, what they might ask reacting to your document with detailed report, you get it here. So you want to rework again, you can rework it on your document. So this is the reader reaction. Humanizer, of course, if you have generated any context, you want to humanize the context. If you have used AI, you want to humanize it, you can click on humanizer and you can select you are a scholar, everyday writer, executive. You basis on the voice you select. Let's say scholar. It will treat your document as a scholar, and let's say if this is particularly written by AI, it humanizes for you. Once you humanize it, once you accept it, the AI percentage or AI generated context will reduce and it will help you sound as a human written on your document. So that's part of humanize. Next comes to citation finder. So this is also very appreciated feature by our users. Now, sometimes many of us may not know how to cite on our document. No worries, you have an option for citation finder. Click on citation finder. It will start scanning your document for factual claims. Then if there is a need for citation, it will work on your document and it will give you citations. And if you want to take it, you can take it. If you do not want to take it, you have an option to ignore it also, no worries. Okay. So as it scans your document, okay, by step, and after completing this, you get a detailed citation if you want to use those citations on your document. Okay. So if you see here, it says this particular context is matching from this source, and this context is available on all of these platforms. If you go here, Science Direct, this matching from this source is coming from one article from Science Direct. You have an option here itself. You want to insert in-text citation, you have an option. You want to copy full citation, you have an option to copy full citation. Okay, insert in-text citation, once you click, your citation is inserted and citation is given on your document. Once the citation is done here itself, then you are preventing plagiarism. If here, once you insert in-text citation or copy full citation here, or you can see whatever the citation you have added or inserted, it will come to the right side. You can see all the citations that you have added here, and you can click on insert. Once you click on insert, okay, once you click on insert, yeah. Once you click on insert, citation is added here on your document, and this is how you give reference or credit to the concerned author using this citation finder. So preventing of plagiarism during the process of your writing or checking your document. This is how it can be done. There are other features like fact checkers. You can explore this feature, whoever is like having the access. Fact checker feature is also available. You can click on this checker, scanning for factual claims. If there are debates that had happened for particular context that you have copied, so you will get a detailed report. Citation style, you can change it here, MLA, AP, and Chicago, whichever, and it gives you in these three formats. Okay. Next, AI detector. Of course, you want to check for AI detector. You have an option to check for AI detector. You can click on AI detector and it will detect AI. Plagiarism checker. Of course, you can check for plagiarism. Once you click on plagiarism check, it will scan your document comparing with academic publications and other platforms, including open internet, and give you a detailed report of your document. And then and there, you get copied text detected 27, right? 27 text detected, and you want to add citation. Once you click mark done, your citation is being reduced. Okay, you have to add 18 citations is what it is being mentioned. I have clicked on mark as done. Once I click on done, the citation is being reduced. I mean, the citation is being increased here. Okay. This is how you can reduce the plagiarism percentage. Okay. You want to copy the citation, you can copy the citation and cite it below, or else you want to click on mark as done, you can do that. This is how you prevent plagiarism. Now, last feature I would want to cover is authorship. This is a very new feature. Why? Because lots of violations. I definitely many of you are aware that uh, research papers are getting retracted from publications of last 10, 20 years back or 12 years back. So to prevent that or to safeguard the academic integrity so that every researchers or students are doing their research in the right way, this tool or this feature authorship can be a very valuable feature for the faculty or institutions, because using this authorship feature, once you click on authorship, you get a detailed report of your document. How many percentage is typed by human, okay, copied from other sources. If somebody, let's say, if something I have typed, if something I have typed like this, if somebody has typed any document by themselves on this on this authorship, you get a detailed report. If this document is typed by a user or a writer, it will say that it is written by a human. If it is copied from some other AI tool, it will say copied from other AI tool or unknown source, and you get a full report, open full report. Once you click on open full report, it will give you a detailed report of the document. How many, which article or which sentence has been written by the concerned researcher or the writer, which is copied from some other AI text, some other sources, with the detail by highlighting sentences like this. This particular is say it says that this is written by some AI tool. If any other sentence is written by Chat GPT or something like that, it gives you a detailed report like this. So to ensure that there is a transparency of the work. So basically this feature we advise professors or faculty members of the institution can use to check their students' paper. So once you switch on this button, you get a detailed report of the document that students have submitted to you, and you can find out that whether they have originally written their document by themselves or they have just copy pasted. So basically to safeguard the academic integrity, to ensure that the hard work is put into their document and not just copying and pasting. So once you're done here, you want to add some comments on this document, you can add comments. You want to change here, you want outlines, few customizations, small things, you can explore this. You want word counts of your document. Some projects you may have, like it should be a minimum of 5,000 word or something. You have a word count feature also. You can switch on this word count feature, which is available. After you complete this document, you can just you want to download this document, you can download it, or else you want to save this document, you can just click on this home page and your document will be saved on your dashboard. And after you download here, you don't need to convert your document into PDF on this platform. If you click here, once you download it, this particular document will be downloaded in PDF form, okay, and ready to go for submission. So once the document is downloaded, it will be downloaded like this, and you can send for final submission. Right? So that's how Grammarly's new platform works. And if you are not comfortable using always, going to the browser extensions, no worries. You can click on the apps here on the left side, and you can install. If you are using for Windows, you want to use it for MS Word on MS Word platform, you can access it. If you're using Safari extension or Mozilla, Firefox, you can install for those platforms also. Right now I'm using on Chrome, so it's showing Chrome. If you're accessing Grammarly on Firefox, Mozilla platform, instead of Chrome, it will show you Mozilla. So once you click on install, it will automatically be integrated to all of those platforms, browser extensions or MS Word platform. And even on your MS Word, if you have stable internet connection, you can work here itself, and you get how I have shown you on the online platform of Grammarly. You'll get a floating button of Grammarly on the right side. Just click here, all the suggestions are ready. There is no difference between the online platform. Each and every suggestions that you get here on your document, you get right suggestion on the right side, you can accept it, then do the changes. You want to check for plagiarism here itself, you have. So if you have stable internet connection, it is available. And even for your MS Word document, if you have the authorship feature available. So you want to check the authorship feature, you can just switch on this track your work and you can generate the report. So how I have shown you generating the report on Chrome, same way this Grammarly's report will be available even on the MS Word platform here itself. So that's how you can use Grammarly's plugins on your MS Word, Outlook, Gmail, wherever you want. So with this note, I hope I was able to clear most of the queries that you might have. But if there are queries, I'll be happy to take all your queries. And just wanted to say that a very user friendly and very easy to use tool, okay, and accessible anytime, anywhere, wherever you are, even if you are at home, if you are traveling, or if you are in the campus. The only thing is you need to have a stable internet connection, and if you have stable internet connection, your writing will stop. So with this note, we have come to the end of today's session, and I'll straight away come to the queries. If there are queries, feel free to ask. I'll be just checking what are the chats available. I'll go from the first the queries. Okay. I have already shown how can we install in our system. There was a query, so I've shown you how you can do that. You have to go to the app section, and you will have an option. Install buttons are available. You can just go and install. Yeah, this also have address. PDF files are not allowed, so do not upload PDF files. Only the editable formats. You want to check for plagiarism, or you want to check for your issues on your document, you can check it. All the editable files. Once you complete checking, you can download and convert into PDF. During proofread of a document, the final content after proofread can be flagged as an AI content. Yes, if you use the AI feature of Grammarly generative AI, it will show you as an AI content. And if you use the proofread feature of Grammarly, it will show you as AI generated. But no worries, all the publishers accept Grammarly, okay. And the only thing is they will ask you for a report of your document whether you have used Grammarly in your writing or not. So if you have used Grammarly for your writing, you can share the report of your document, so publishers will accept it. So yeah, how to share that report, I'll just show you. So if any, this is a feedback from all the CSIR labs and DST labs. Okay. They have got feedback from the publishers, so they have been asked to submit Grammarly's report. So all the publishers will accept it. So if any publishers asks you for a report of your document, you have an option here, overall score. On this, you can click this overall score. You have a download PDF report. Once you download this report, the report of your document will be generated by the name of the writer, by your name, okay. And you can see the report. The report will look like this: the report of your document by your name, general matrix, writing issues left. If you have tackled all the issues, this will be 0, okay? And if there has been some plagiarism, if you want plagiarism report, whenever you download the report, please switch on the plagiarism button. Once you switch on the plagiarism button, you will get a plagiarism report. Okay. After that, you get a detailed report of your document here, and this report you can submit to the publisher. That's how it works. So if you come across any time in future, if any publishers ask you, you can submit in this. Let's come to the next questions. Can we do other citation format like IEEE in Grammarly? So Grammarly does not have IEEE citation, but if you want to do, you have to do it basically by yourself manually. But all these three formats are accepted by all the international purposes: APA, MLA, and Chicago. How to use AI plagiarism? uh, AI plagiarism, basically it's not called plagiarism, basically it's called the AI context. So to reduce that, I have already shown you, you have the humanizer option. If there is a percentage of 100% AI, or let's say 70% AI on your document, you can use the humanizer feature. It will reduce your AI percentage. Do we need to cite that we have used Grammarly for our research paper? You don't need to cite Grammarly that you have used for research paper. You already have the citations available on Grammarly. You can use those citations to prevent plagiarism. But you don't need to cite that you have used Grammarly for research paper. But as I mentioned, if publishers ask you the report of Grammarly that you have used Grammarly to write your research paper, you can submit that report. So yeah, I think I've covered all the queries. Are there any specific queries and anything else? Please ask. I'll be happy to address. Anything else?
Very good evening, sir. I think all queries has been resolved, and the session was very informative and so worthy. So I hope the audience will definitely benefit from your talk.
So thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the opportunity and inviting me to be part of this workshop. And dear participants, thank you so much for being there this on this session. So we look forward to conducting more sessions like this in future. And once again, thank you so much and have a great weekend.
Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Very good evening, sir. Satish, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We are all able to hear you. Sir, can we have a short break of 5 minutes so we can start the session by 6:05 p.m., sir?
Sure, you can.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Hello, sir. With your permission, sir.
Hello. Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, thank you so much for being us as a expert for today's sessions. So let me introduce first to audience. So Dr. Satish Kumar is an associate professor in the Department of Management Studies at Malviya National Institute of Technology, Jaipur, and is presently on lean with Indian Institute of Management, IIM Nagpur. He holds a PhD degree in finance from IIT Roorkee, along with a MBA and BCom from Kurukshetra University. Dr. Kumar's research focus on corporate finance, financial markets, behavioral finance, corporate governance, small business financing, and bibliometric analysis. He has published more than 20 research papers in reputed international and peer journals and has presented his work at several academic conferences. He has also organized numerous national workshops and short-term
Uh,
courses.
can I request you? No need to speak so much about it. It's okay. We can stop that. Thank
Sure,
you
sir.
very much. What's your
Thank
name?
you, sir. So my name is Manish, sir.
Manish, thank you very much for introducing me. There are a couple of information which are wrong. So let's not present the wrong information. Let's leave it aside. People are interested to understand on the topic. So I'm a learner basically, like all of you, and that's what is basically. So currently I was professor in Indian Institute of Management till last December 2025. I recently moved to Kuala Lumpur in a Sunway University. So that's my updated information. Anyway, leave it aside, because that's not the important. So given the time, value of money, all of us, have a long day. So let's start the session. So session today is on reference management, right? So how do we refer? So I was reading the question of the last speaker. Somebody asked the question, can we change the citation style in Grammarly? And the person replied, no, we can't do that. So no worry. So we have a tool, and that's the session for that purpose. So allow me to share my screen here. So just let me know when my screen is visible to all of you. Manish, you just indicate when my slide deck is up there.
Uh, yes, sir. Your slide is visible. And sorry for
Okay.
that, sir, for miscommunication as
No
well.
worry, no worry, no worry. It's a old bio you have. No worry, I understand that. Or you are speaking what you have. The point is not of that. So I mean, idea was that we should come to. So this is my updated information, right? So I'm currently chair professor at Sunway Business School, Sunway University, in Kuala Lumpur. I recently moved for my kids' education. I'm currently on there for for 4 or 5 years probably before I get back again in India, because I want my kids to educate there. So bibliography management for researcher is the topic which was assigned to me, and this is the session agenda. What we are going to do in next 1 hour, right? We will take some question also. I'll show you some live demonstration. I'm not sure 1 hour is enough, so but I'll try to give you a recipe so that you can go home and cook as we read the recipe book and we get the idea that how to cook a particular dish. So this is the agenda. Why reference management is important? What are different tools? We have multiple tools available. So the organizer asked me to focus on Mendeley and JabRef. So I will focus more on Mendeley, and I will introduce JabRef. I will also show you how to export references from multiple databases. I mean, two of them I have listed here. It could be Web of Science, also EBSCO, also it could be PubMed, also multiple databases are here. And then what are the best practices for a researcher to manage bibliography, right? So this is what we are going to discuss. Now, why reference management is needed, because imagine you are a PhD student, or even if you are a faculty member, you are developing a manuscript, right? And you while developing that manuscript or paper, you are referring hundreds of paper. Organize them manually become a very tedious task. So reference need to be management, and why references basically is needed because of this purpose. We need references for citation, We want to organize them. We want to create personal citation base related to article of your topics. So topic could be cybersecurity, topic could be like in my area, corporate finance, or topic could be chat GPT application, maybe in any field. You want to format in text citation in the paper, right? So we need reference management, and we want to create a bibliography in a particular standard format, right? Maybe IEEE format, maybe APA Chicago. I understand the audience mainly are engineering and computer science and science, so I'm talking in that language, but I'll use another example also. And then you want to share your database with others also, if otherwise it's not possible. Today it is possible with the help of these reference management tool. Now question comes, why it is critical for you to manage references? As I told you, as a researcher, you are handling hundreds of papers. You are referring them, and you will forget it. If I ask someone sitting in this group of 40-45 people who are currently in the session, what did you had in the breakfast last Monday? Possibly we will not be able to answer it, because human memory is very limited. So similarly, you are reading literature, you are citing literature, managing those references become very critical. So you are handling hundreds of references, hundred of paper. You need to, within one paper you have 60 references, imagine, and you have 100 papers, so you're on an average you are 16 to 100. So that is the amount, 6,000 references you are handling. So, and very very important issue, because if you do not cite properly, then it can be a region of plagiarism also. Though people understand plagiarism is copying others work and claiming it own, that is what is the standard definition of plagiarism. But even if you are not citing properly, let's say my citation should be Kumar, let's say 2025, and somebody write Kumar double AR, right? So it could be a typographical error from your side, but it is a wrong citation. It is a in not legal citation available anywhere. So people can get into trap of this problem issue, which is a minor issue, but you can avoid that also, because you have to then publish correction, apologize to the author and all that, and then somebody will be searching in the production when your paper goes to production, that who is this KUMAAR. You are not able to find it out. So, and why journal requires strict formatting, like in IEEE citation style is there, APA is there, Chicago is there. In my area, which is business management, Harvard citation style is there, or APA style is there. And I'm sure many people sitting in this group, scholars, those who are PhD or early career researcher, you spend a lot of time in typing them, correcting them. You send a paper to one journal, and the journal say IEEE. You then targeted your paper to Elsevier, right? And which Elsevier has a different style, Chicago style, probably. Now manually transforming them from IEEE to to elsewhere, or what we call a Chicago APA style, you may consume hundreds of hours of your norm, multiple hours. If you put your life together as a researcher, hundreds of hours, then I'm saying this. And then when you are doing literature review, it is very important that you manage your references well. Right. So a good researcher is not that who is having a lot of papers. Good researcher is the one who manages its databases also properly. So reference management is very, very critical for any stage of PhD, right? If you are a PhD scholar, and as we say, good habits should be formed at the beginning stage only. So we need to have that type of guidance, and that's why managing references are critical. By the way, references means all those sources which you are citing in the document could be thesis, could be conference paper, it could be manuscript also, or what we call is research paper in critical. Now these are the common problems if you are doing it without tool. Right. So we are in a big data, AI, chat GPT age. A lot of tools are available, automated tools are available. So, if you don't have that, these are the issue. Manual typing of references, right? Missing references. And when you manually do the typing, there may be error. And if error is there and it persists and paper got published, right. So later I read the paper that my citation is wrongly cited. There is nobody called KUAA. So you are creating an entity which is not existing. So you are citing a work which does not exist. So it is like, false, right? So it's a fake document, close to fake document, as we say. That's the reason I said, problem of citation, plagiarism can be there. And then inconsistent style may be there if you're doing typing. So manually typing is doing, your inconsistent style may be there. Now you, as a researcher, you organize, you have a lot of PDFs, in form of papers. You have a difficulty of organizing if you put it in a without tool. You just put it in your drive, put it in your pen drive, flash drive, or maybe in the hard disk of the paper. You create a folder, then in that folder thousands of references are there. But nowadays we have tools which can help us to organize by topic, methodology, theory, maybe experiment, and that so on and so forth. You can do that all well within that. You can also highlight the PDF within that reference manager. And last important point is that time is the biggest currency, right? So as a researcher, our job should go more into doing experiment, doing research very well, right? Our empirical research, or whatever experiment research we are doing, survey research we are doing, whatever type of research we are doing. Well, that should be the focus. Problem should be interesting, and we are wasting a lot of time in formatting the bibliography if we are not using any tool. So I come across a lot of scholar. Just it may be a coincidence. Just before this session, one of my co-author in the team, he submitted a paper to one journal, and journal said, "Sorry, your references are inconsistent." Then he said, and paper was not passed through the earlier journal. And as I told you, in my area, especially in finance management, every journal have different style. Emerald has different style. Elsevier has different style. Taylor and Francis has different style. Springer has different style. Wiley may have different style. So paper was desk rejected from one journal, and then he submitted the paper without properly alerting the citations. And then paper got back. From the desk itself, the editorial manager, who are the staff, I'm not talking about editorial staff is there. They returned the paper. They said, references are not as per the general style. And then you imagine 91 citation was there in that paper, or references was there in that paper. So he asked me, Prof, 91 references manually. I said, you are doing manually in what age? So he sent me that. I converted them into style using one of the tool. And that's how he was saying, where you have saved my hours of, I said, yeah, because as a tool, we should be using. We have a lot of tools available, Mendeley and JPref. Basically, that's what I'm going to do. Before I jump to that, this is a very important point which we all need to consider. I hope my slides are moving well. Manish? Manish, my slides are moving. Can anybody confirm that whether my slides are moving in the chat?
Yes, sir. So your slides are visible, sir.
Okay, great. So slides are moving. So this is a very, very important question. We need to understand that, just a minute. Yeah. So this is a big question, references versus bibliography. So title session was bibliography, and bibliography and citation have very close connection. They have a overlap, right? In fact, your bibliography may contain your references. So bibliography is a big thing, right? And references may be the one which you have cited in the text of that paper or thesis. So imagine I am writing a paper, 10,000 word, and I have cited 90. So references must contain 90. Bibliography may have other than those which are cited in the text. So bibliography is so as a scholar, you are not citing everything. You are citing the most important, or which you are directly using it. But you are referring, reading, and you are developing your knowledge, making the foundation of your knowledge with the help of other. That constitute your bibliography. So typically, this is what the scope is. Scope of references is only quoted source, paraphrased, or whatever you have referenced in the text. That's the scope of it. And what is the purpose? To give credit, avoid plagiarism, and enable reader to locate the specific material. And where do you put it? You put it in the end of the paper. So we have something called in-text citation, in text, within the text. And then we have, at the end of the paper, after conclusion, limitation section, whatever it is, you have rest of references. When we talk about bibliography, you have you not only include which are cited, but also include background material, source material, or some influential text. And purpose is to show the depth. So as a scholar, as a PhD scholar, you say, I have a bibliography, sorry, I have a bibliography of, 200 paper or so, and I have used it, some of them I have used it as a reference because that's the material. Typically, the placement of both of them is at the end of that. So somewhere in some university, some institution, they may call at the end of the thesis bibliography, or somewhere it will be references. So this is the typical difference you should be taking. So in simple word, only thing which you cite constitute your references, and everything which you read, consult, including cited work, as I told you, bibliographic also include your references. So bibliography is a big thing, and references is maybe subset of it, or it could be equal to bibliography only when you are only including the references, right? So there are various styles, and I've just taken example of APA style, which is a very popular style if you are a psychology, education, business, and social science. I know most of the participants are from engineering, computer science, ITS, AI, and all those fields, but you may be submitting your work to some journal which are related to these fields. So in that case, you should know what is the style the journal follows. So, and we all know that, I should not emphasize this much to all of you. I'm sure people know part of this group. Every journal has a dedicated page. Over there, they talk about what is the style of references style in text citation, as well as the references style they follow. So this is one American Psychology Association. They have created this, 7th edition is there, right? So this is how you cite any journal with the name. And if you look at the other style, you have MLA, you have Harvard, you have Chicago, and the one which may be very relevant to all of you, I'm sure, is IEEE citation style, and generally used in the engineering and computer science field, CS field, but we are electronics field also. So this is typically you cite. So you see the difference here. It is one. So in-text citation will be one, and then one will be referred at the end as this, right? So you don't write the name. In case of AAA, you will be writing Smith and Brown 2022, right? So that will be the in-text citation, and at the end citation will be like this. So I'm just appraising you about the style. You must familiarize yourself with the style which follow your discipline, your journal. And as I said, you might have written a paper on how children adopt chat GPT. So you're not submitting it to a IEEE type of journal or computer science journal. Maybe you're submitting it to psychology or education journal, which also accept the work of, related to, because paper is talking about how children adopt or student adopt, chat GPT. So in that case, you need to switch from IEEE to, maybe APA, MLA, Harvard, or whatever style of that journal is, right? So in academia, we all are academician here. These are the most popular style. You have ACS also, like some of you may be relevant, but mostly, as I said, in this group, for this group, this will be the most, typical style of citation which be there, right? So what do these reference management tools do? These are the benefits. So in a way, whatever was the shortcoming of manual, these are the benefits of it. So what they do, they store your research paper, right? Imagine you are not storing. So let's say I am storing my paper in this laptop through which I am presenting, and let's say I went for a conference to Chicago, and I met a researcher of my area. So we had a discussion over the cup of tea, lunch, or coffee, and we were during networking time, and we were discussing some literature. So I haven't carried my laptop, so I can't show him the literature, what I have, paper I have, But with the reference management tool, because they can work anywhere, they are on web version also. So you can you can do it in your mobile also, web version, you can show that, this is where it is. So you have app version also. So, and then you can store hundreds of, or I'm not saying unlimited, because there is a limit to them. Limit of storage is there. Like we know OneDrive has a limit, or Google Drive has a limit. After that, you have to pay. So you have both version, free version, and as you have also premium version, what we call is freemium version, free plus paid, premium version. And then what these reference management do, they automatically deduct the metadata. Metadata is nothing: author name, title, right, journal name, page number, volume, DOI, right, digital object identifier. And what they also help you to, you organize them into folders. So folder 1 A maybe of, let's say on methodology paper. Folder B could be of, let's say introduction related, which will help you. So you can organize your, literature in reference management tool. You can create folder, subfolder. You can also insert citation when you are writing. I will show you how you can do that. You can automatically generate. You need not to do now manually, right? Because you are using now tool. So tool try to automate the bibliographic references, and you can change the style. Let's say you have written a paper, you send it to IEEE journal. IEEE journal say this is not suitable, maybe you should try some psychology or any other journal. Let's say Wiley journal, and Wiley journal follow, let's say, AP style or Chicago style. Now, and you have 100 cited citation in that paper. You're not going to do that manually. With one click, you will be able to change the citation style. That's what is automatically. And very, very important, your reference management tool support multiple citation style. I have not written here unlimited. I have written here multiple, because a lot of tools are. But which multiple we are talking? All these multiple which I just talked to you. All these, they support this also, right? So let's now get back to, what are the popular reference manager tool available. So you have Mendeley, you have Zotero, ZebRef, you have EndNote, RefWork. These were what used to be when I did my PhD in 2008. When I started my PhD, these were the one, but they were paid. Used to pay 10,000, 8,000 for managing your references only, or your literature to some extent. But nowadays, what I have observed, after 15, 2015, 16, a lot of free, like, Mendeley came into picture, Zotero came into picture, JabRef, and there are multiple more are available in the market. Today we are into AI age, generative AI age, right, or chat GPT age. You have plenty of them. So as organizer of this FDP, Dr. Ravi asked, to me to focus on, your Professor Vineet asked me to, focus only on Mendeley and JabRef. So I'm going to focus on Mendeley, because these are very good tool available, most popular tool available. I'm not saying popularity is ranked by some agency, but these are very user friendly, and they have been there for long, right? And they have been tested, right? And many of you must be working on latex and all, right, rather than using Word. So latex, so JabRef support that latex also. That is the beauty, you can do it. So you have a session on, writing paper through latex and all that. So when you paper will be written, so JabRef can easily help it. I will show you how JabRef can be quickly demonstrate you, and then you can explore. It's very, very easy tool. Okay, so let's go to first tool, which is very important of today's discussion, Mendeley, right? So Mendeley is a reference management by Elsevier. I'm sure all of you have heard this publication house, Elsevier, or what we also known as Science Direct, right? So they are the one who started this. And how they started it, the very interesting, they started it, they were helping out the PhD student and researcher to store their data. A lot of issues sometime happen. Your crash drive, your hard drive crashed. I'm talking about the 15, 20, 30, 15, 20 years ago, when storage was limited, when one drive and all these were very not very common way of storing the data, right? I'm not talking about today's researcher who are blessed with lot of tools, automated tool available, free tool available. So they started this Mendeley as a uh, uh, you know uh, as a main main way of organizing the literature. And also they started a community on Mendeley, where researcher can create a community and they can interact with each other with some help. That is was the original purpose when reference management tool Mendeley was. And then later they allowed people to store their paper, and you can store your PDF, and you can do annotation on those PDF. You can highlight, you can put a sticky note, you can comment. And then they introduce something called word citation plug, and also they have new feature called collaboration. where you can collaborate. Imagine there are two researchers like me and Manish. Manish is in Jaipur. I am sitting in Kuala Lumpur. We are not meeting physically. So what I can do, and we are working on a paper. We are co-author of a paper, collaborative researcher, because collaboration can be with anyone, anywhere, right? So with reference, so if he has Mendeley, I have Mendeley. We can create a folder. I can share that folder with him so that he also have the access of same literature what I have. He can add on. I can also add on, and it is updated on real time. That's how collaboration feature work, right? So he can read the paper, code the paper, he can put the material there. So it's like it works like something called drive only then, because you, as I told you, it's not only desktop version, it is a web version also available. So let me take you quick features, very easy, simple installation. They have word plugin, they have citation style for 1,000 plus journals. This is from their website only. They create bibliography instantly, flexible formatting is there, and you can collaborate for bibliography, share bibliography. Let's say I have collected some literature, I want to share it with Manish or Prof Ravi, so I can do it. You can highlight, you can note, you can add, you can organize, you can back up, you can sync, you can use mobile feature, you can share it on network, and you can also discover. Networking here means that there are, what we call is groups available on Mendeley. Let's say there is some researcher who is working on particular method which you are going to use in your research. So there are community, through that community you can participate, you can seek help, and you can also contribute to, and that's how you can develop yourself as a scholar, right? That's the additional purpose they talked about. So Mendeley installation step are given here. Why I have included these steps, so that later you refer these PPT, you can quickly follow. So you go to this website called mendeley.com. You download Mendeley reference manager. You need to create an account and log in, which is free, right? So you don't need to be worried about that, do I need to, so it's like a Gmail account. And then you also need to install what is called a plugin called word citation plugin, and you need to then sync library across driver. You just need to click one and it will be synced everywhere. Let's say you are in USA, you are sitting in a library of, let's say, Texas University, and you find some literature there, some journals there which you do not have access there in India. So what you can do, you can search literature there, go to Mendeley, upload those documents there, and then click sync. You come back in India without carrying those paper in drive or anything. You come back in India, go to your system, your laptop, just click open Mendeley. Again, it is updated. Library is updated as you synced it over there. So let me take you to the real demonstration. So let me go to the web page of Mendeley, and here is the Mendeley page available, right? So I hope you can see my screen, right? So you can see the Mendeley page also. This is the Mendeley home page where you will get all this info. So as I told you, mendeley.com. So it's a free all-in-one reference manager. Why they call it all-in-one? Because they say you and free is up to 2 GB, right? And after that you have a paid plan also, right? So this is how the desk version looks like. And if you want to download, you see, you can download for window, you can go to the down also, you can do Mendeley desktop is here, right? So you go read here, and you desktop to stay. So they say that it was earlier desktop only, then they switched to web version, and they say it's going to stay here. So you see Mendeley for your desktop. So whatever version of OS you are doing, Windows or maybe Mac or Linux, you can accordingly download, right? So they keep on updating their library, their versions. So I have downloaded it, so I'll show you. So you see, this is all what you can do. You can manage your references efficiently, keep your all thoughts together, and you can write confidently with Mendeley site. What does confidence means? There is no chance of error, which I was talking to you manually, which happens. And then, as I told you, you can transmit from Mendeley desktop to Mendeley reference manager. So I'll show you quickly what I have in my screen right now. So let me show you my, this is, I hope you can see my Mendeley reference manager. So this is the landing page. I have already, you see, lot of references already uploaded here. Now what you can do, you can, so once you create your account, so you see here I'm logged in here with my name. You can see on the uh, lower left pan where my cursor is currently. So you have account information here, right? So I can customize it. I can create preferences wise also. And this is a sync button. So you see it also tells you when last sync was done in this particular, Mendeley reference manager. So let me take through some of the features here. Earlier it was a hardcore desktop version, but now they have made it very dynamic because it has been long, they have been evolving. And you see, you go to here, let's say first is, let's say you search something or anywhere and you have a PDF available in your system. Let's say you are a PhD scholar and you have a system of your lab. And one of the common problem when you work in a lab, when you don't have a dedicated system, so today you are sitting on the system and tomorrow somebody else will come and sit before you. So you'll say my files are there, so no, not to worry about it. Or let's say the example which I said, you are not here, you are outside India, you are not in your city, you are outside your city, and you need to access the data. So you can import file here. So let's say I want to add, let's say I have downloaded few paper and this is one of the paper, let's say I have downloaded. So let's say I want to add this paper. Let me add, not I'll add the document which is relevant for me. So before going to that, let's go to some URL or some page, what we call is web page. So let's go to Google Scholar. Okay, so Google Scholar, we go here and so I search here, let's say this paper, how to conduct bibliometrics. So this is the paper. So let's say you found this paper very relevant for you. You click this paper, you verify, and you say, this is a very good paper, I am learning a method. So view PDF, and you have a PDF here. It will again ask for verification because we are living in age of machine today. So it asks multiple verification so that human only is sharing. So here is the paper, as you will be able to see now, right? So let's say I downloaded this. I'm sitting in a library. I'm not in my city. So I'll say Dontu JBR, right? So I will label it, right? Something like that, or very important, whatever. Let's say this paper is and like this, I will download a lot of papers, and I finished at the end of the day downloading, and now I want to put it in my library. Add reference, import file. You can import file. You can also import the whole folder also. So you see download, date modified, downloads, and let me go back where I downloaded that. I'm not sure, don't know where it is. So let me check where I downloaded that paper. Oh, unfortunately, I closed this, but let me see where the download has happened. Should have been in desktop. No. Okay, let me do quickly again. So I go how to conduct here. This is the paper we were talking about. This was the PDF we were looking for. This is the PDF which is saved. I saved it. Now I'll be more careful. Download and download. Here is the downloads, right? So JBR. Okay, so JBR is already there. So I'll say Dontu, which is the author name, first author, last name. Okay, so hopefully it should be there. Yeah, it should be there. I think I closed it earlier than when it was saved. So let me go now to my references, add reference. So I'm importing the file now. You see, now it is coming up. So Dontu JBR, add. You see how quickly we'll be able to do. You can do hundreds of files, and as I said, there is a storage limit. Now you see, it will also tell me that this reference. So I will click on this. You have information available. You can edit this information. Good thing is that, let's say you found there is, while capturing the data, there is some error. So this paper is not 2021. When I carefully looked, it is 2022 paper. So you can save. You can do this, and you can sync. Okay, so you see now the year has changed from 21 to 2022. All these fields are And you can issue, let's say 137 issue number has also, volume has also come. Control save, just click save, and it is now done. I close this, I check again, you see now issue is populated. Journal name, language, let's say you can do. This is what I was saying, organizing. You can organize your references better. So let's say this paper is not originally in English, so you can you put a language is English or not English, so you can save again, close it, and sync. Okay, so now you see it also tells you there is already one references which is with the same name, and that's why it is saying review duplicate. In fact, there are 4 paper, don't all 4. Yes, can you see on top of it? So I can remove them also. So what I will do, I will select this. Okay, I will do this. I will say keep this reference only, confirm, and rest all duplicate resolved now. Can you see more duplicacy is there? So I'll say keep this reference. Okay, resolved. This is what is reference management, which you can't do otherwise in a system if you don't have tool like this. So this is one example, and let's get back to our all references again. And this is the latest references, and it will be there. You see here now. This will, so it means this is the latest one I have done. Addition I have done. Now you can see I can import folder. You can also import library. This is a very important step for all of you. Let's say you search in databases 100. This was one paper only. Let me now go to database, and I hope you all know the difference between what I did now and what I will be doing now. So let's say I went to Scopus database. So Scopus is a like Amazon. Like on Amazon, you search product. In Scopus, you search a lot of papers on a particular topic. So let's say I'm searching a literature, right? So I'm a PhD student or I'm a early career researcher. I want to write a paper on, let's say, chat GPT, right? And education. Right, so I wanted to review how ChatGPT is used education. So this is the topic I'm researching on, and I started searching literature, and I could see 10,000 documents are there, and they are coming from various area. There are 6,000 articles. So let's say I keep only article, no conference paper review. I'm just giving you one example, and I limit it. Now let's say I want to put all of these references. These all I will read later, I will sort later. I want to create references of all these. So I will click all, export, and then you see instead of CSV, I will click bibtex format, which is a popular format. So I will say bibliographic information. Yeah, abstract also you want to capture, export. Okay, so it will be exporting now bibtex file. And what I will do with that, so now you see 6,000 references will be imported in one go. And as you can see, it is taking some time because it is 6,000 references. So so will take some time to export and convert into a bibtex file. Right, that's how you need to understand, right, that what is the way of importing this type of file. So you are importing a library, and library, see, library from a reference library, and I have used this format bibtex, which is star.bib, right, or strict.bib, or you can also download this file, or you can also do XML file also. So any format is applicable. Number 1 and number 3 are the most common format of references. When you download, you go to your library, the librarian enter the each book or anything which they get in the library with this format only, which is bibtex format or RIS format only. Let's see whether file. So it is taking a lot of time because the number of references are so much. So what I can do is quickly, I can just only select, right? Select not all, select this page. So this page means only 10. So remember these 10 only I am now exporting as bibtex or bibtex file. So which will be more quicker now. So now you see 10 file. Now you see quickly done. So where it is now, you see it is asking where to say. So I will say chat GPT, right? And that's it. The save type as bibtex document, I will not say. Chat GPT at the most, I will say 1303, which is the date of today. Okay, that's it. Let's go to now our reference database. go to add references, import library, and select the right type. We had a bibtext, so this is the one, and just do this. So now you see 10 references, and it is saying one reference uploaded, 9 references generated. So review duplicate. So here is duplicate available because I did this exercise. So only this chat GPT one we are concerned. So I will say keep this only. So you see, and you just every time you do the job, you do sync button, click and go to all reference. Now you see all which I just now did. Can you see our watch time is 6:45 p.m. So all 6:45 you can count them. So all these are 10 references which we have added. So any type. Now let's say I'm writing a paper now. Okay, so one plugin you need to download. So you can download plugin from the Mendeley website, or you also can go here tool. So it is saying install Mendeley web importer, install Mendeley site for Microsoft Word. Let me first demonstrate you what is the meaning of this install Mendeley web importer. So if I click this, it means I'm on a web page. I can extract the bibliographic information from there also. So I can download this plugin, right? So I'm web importer. So web importer, you can get it, and you, since it has opened it in the other my URL which was in Edge, so that's why. But I already have importer. So let me demonstrate you how to use it. Let's say I am on a again Google Scholar page, right? And I just searched something on, let's say, corporate social responsibility and financial performance. And let me add here so that I have more paper. So now you see, I have a lot of papers now, and you see how many papers are. So what I will do, my plugin will be here, extension. And can you see Mendeley Web Importer is there on my screen? I hope my screen is correctly visible to all of you, right? Just confirm once.
Yes, sir.
Manish can, yeah. So
Yes.
click on Mendeley Web Importer and you see what it is saying, sign in. I will quickly sign in. I need not to sign in because automatically I have signed in there. It will take my, credential automatically. Sometimes some error may be there. Now you can see I have automatically being signed in. Some error may be there sometime because, something. Now you see all references have been captured. So I will say select all. Or let's say I don't want this reference, I only want this reference, this reference, this reference, right? Or, let's say 1, 2, 3, and, let's say 4, 5, and I say add. Okay. So, it is what has happened. It has, what has happened, or let me say select all. So it is adding all the references where? Here. Okay, now you see, can you see it is getting updated? It is getting updated. 6:48 is the clock time, and you see here they all are getting updated. So web importer is a very good facility. You are on Amazon page. Let's say I go to Amazon page, Amazon India. Okay, so Amazon, let's say I go to Amazon page and I search a book here. Okay, Chat GPT. Let's say any book is there, Chat GPT for dummies. Let's say that name of the book is there. Now you see, this is the book. I want the reference citation of this book to be directly imported in my Mendeley extension, and see reference, add everything if available, whatever better information we see. Chat GPT for dummy. On one thing is missing here. Chat GPT author name is not there, so I can do author name manually. Right. So one thing you might have noticed, though it is a very good tool, every tool has some limitation. Some limitation can be this. That's why cleaning, organizing is required when you are working even with the help of tool. Right. So as we work on ChatGPT, we need to know what prompt we have to write on when you are on ChatGPT. Otherwise, it will give us garbage. Right. So if author name, I know what was the author name. Let me so Palm Baker, and this is the name of the author. So I will be lethargy enough even to type. I will copy. I will go in my this author. Can you say what? Even the style is mentioned. Last name, first name. So last name, first name, I have to follow. This is what is called referencing style. So Baker Palm. This will be what I will add. So you see here, Baker Palm. Okay, and then if I want to add another author, 3 authors were there. So if I will click, it will go to the next one. If you say, if you want to add another author, shift plus enter, and then follow the same convention, last name, and so Zurez and Angela. So I'll go here and shift plus enter, Zurez Angela. Let's see. I can complete all the entry. You see, even though I go to web importer, but it has not captured the metadata. This is all metadata of the paper. Author name, language, month, year, nothing has been, neither abstract is captured. So sometime you have to do manual addition also, and you can do it. This is a beautiful, or very, now you see name of the author has been added. Year is missing because year is not there. Let's say the year here is, let's see, year 2000. Anywhere can I find the year? 2023, John Wiley, 2023. So I'll say 2023. So I will update the references as I get it, and you see sync, automatic syncing. Close this. Right. So this is one, you can use on any website. If that website contains some metadata, which is author name, this, and it can capture, Right. So with the help of this extension or plugin, what we call is Mendeley Web Importer. Let's say you are on a page of journal. So your journal name is, let's say, MIS Quarterly, which is a very popular journal, let's say. Okay. So you are on this journal page. So here are the so issue, let's say publication, journal, volume. So let's click on this view in this issue. So here are the papers, research article. So what I can do is I can click import. It will search what can be imported. You see, now you will observe there now the complete information will, even if it is checking whether PDF is available or not. So wherever the PDF is available, you will show PDF will be added there. So let's add. And let's go there. You see, we just added these number. How many papers? You see, this is now you see manually so much job is, now you see, click this, very clean, everything is there, all information are available. Issue information is not there. So if issue is there, you can add. Okay, now this is the first add-on, and let's, very important, let's say where a lot of scholars get, or researcher get, do a lot of manual work. Even though we are computer science researcher or any type of researcher, we still follow. So I'm now introducing second tool, which is Mendeley site for Microsoft Word. Okay, so this plugin work with Microsoft Word, as you can see, and it is a product by Elsevier, as I told you. Mendeley cite, you can cite as you write. So already it is there. So, and since if I will open it in my Chrome, you will observe it is already there. Okay, so let me do it down and let me open my page, and you will see it is already, it will say already there. Now you see, get it now is coming, but it's already there in my, because I have not logged in yet. So once you will say get it now, you see, get it now, thank you, it's already, you say already process will be done, but I have already in my system. I want to show you where you will be able to see it. You will be go reference, and can you see here Mendeley site? It's already there. Click on this, activate this when you are working. Let us say I'm now writing a paper and I'm writing introduction. Can you see on the right hand side what is happening? All the references which are there over there, they are here now. Okay, so introduction. So let's say I'm writing introduction section. I am writing Chat GPT is a useful tool for researcher. Let's say I have written this line, and I'm saying this is not my line. It is by, I want to cite someone, Chat GPT. Okay, just ignore the typo for a minute, researchers. Let's say I want to cite a paper. Okay, which citation I want to do? Let's search some citation. Chat GPT is not this one, or some other citation. Let's say I'm just citing this paper. This paper is talking about citation. Can you say click? Or if you know the name of the citation, you can say, let's say Kumar. So it will show all the paper by Kumar, Kumari, Kumar. You need to know which one to cite. right? Which one to cite? Let's say you want to cite this paper. So I'm inserting two citation now. I'm citing two citation here and insert. Can you see 1, 2 automatically populated? And you, this style, remember which style, which style has been added? You go here, citation setting. Currently, my citation style is default. I have done IEEE. You can change. So let's say I want to, this is what I was telling you. Let's say I want to change it to APA and update. Now you will see. Citation style has changed. Nothing has been done manually. Just click and go. No error in the name. I have not typed anything. Right? So this is what is automated. And let's say I further write a paper. So given that you all of you are IEEE, followers. So that's your area. Let me switch back to IEEE. Let's say I write further. ChatGPT is being used for multiple purposes, and let's say I'm writing blah blah blah, and I want to cite again somebody, so reference, and let's say I want to cite this time this citation, or maybe again let's say this citation, yeah, Kumari, and I go to this citation also, good citation for me, I want to put one citation, and I keep on writing, and then further write, so I keep on writing. I'm completing my writing, and now let's say I wrote another section, methodology, method, analysis, experiment, and now conclusion. I do citation. I am citing in analysis. I'm citing. It is a very interesting methodology. I want to cite now some paper here. I close this, and let's say I want to cite this. Insert, cite. Okay. Now let's say I'm done with the paper, and now I say create bibliography of all citation. Go here and now insert bibliography. And it is saying your bibliography will be inserted where your cursor is. So your cursor should be on right location. So my cursor should be on right location. So I need to keep my cursor where I really want them to be added. Insert, continue. See, automatically the style you chose, reference style you chose. So I will write here references or bibliography. By the way, these are references, so I will not use the word bibliography. References. Okay, so everything. Now, let's say I submitted this paper to one journal. They said, no, sorry, this paper is not suitable. So submit it to another journal, and the journal says we follow nature. Okay, update. So they say nature is not available. So let's say Emerald, update. Automatically has been updated. See, updated. And update, you have to update your bibliography also. So unless and until I clicked again on update, so it was, you see a red button was coming, I need to click here. Now you see citation style has changed to what you are choosing. So in 1 minute you can change anything. This is a very, very good tool. What we call is Mendeley Cite. Right. So this is one tool I want to refer to you. Very good tool. What you more can do, as I told you, you create your collection. You can create your collection. So methodology paper will go here. You can organize your literature very properly. Please note that JabRef and Mendeley, no much difference. Let me show you the outlook of JabRef. Okay, JabRef is there. Jab. Yeah, so it was there. Okay, so you see now JabRef will be opened. Okay, so JabRef is also similar type of, we'll see here now shortly. You will be able to see JabRef will be coming up on my screen. It is taking some time, so let me open again. Maybe it was not open. So this is the landing page of, JabRef. Again, you see, you can add file, you can create new library, save library, import current library, export. You can export these references in a RIS format, or even in a, you see, export RL entry, export all entries. So I'm exporting all of entries, and then it will ask you what format. I say I want to, BibTeX format, RIS format, HTML format, XML format, whatever format I want to do it. Whatever is workable format, you can do it. So what I wanted to tell you is that not much difference. Only difference is the way the your outlook. So here, if I want to edit entry, you will see here. If I double click here, you see it is opening down. You can change here. Let's say you are reading this paper and you say this is not correct, so you can update this. So you can update not here but on left hand side. Let's say the journal name is wrongly captured and year is wrongly captured, so let's say year is 2018. Okay, save. So it is updated, library saved, and I can come back here. So save button here, click this. I can go to next, 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 and so on and so forth. More or less similar type of function, but you can import BibTeX. You can use it in LaTeX. JabRef support LaTeX writing also. Like we saw for word processor writing, you have a Mendeley. For this, you have a JabRef. So this is what I want to do. Last thing before I close and take up few questions if there is any. I was telling you there is something called collaboration in Mendeley. I'm not saying you should also go do the same thing. I'm a very big fan of Mendeley, exploring Mendeley. You have groups, you can create groups, and if you go here file, you can click on this watch folder, and then let's say you want to share this folder with someone. So I can invite a member by email now. Let's say me and Manish are working, or Dr. Ravi are working on a same project. So I can invite them here by email and send invite. What will happen? They will receive an email from my side that I have shared a bibliometric what ref work. So they need to have this Mendeley reference manager. Once they will download all the paper which are there in my bibliometric, so all are here. Whatever search I do here, so search for text or anything which I have here, I can put it into. So I can filter it, tag it, as by size or author. This is also very interesting. One another last thing which I want to share with you. If I click it by file, sorry, if I click it by file, you see all these files are means PDF is available. So here is a PDF available. So I'll click on this PDF and you see PDF will be opened. Okay, this is the last feature I'm explaining you, and rest all of you can do. Let's say this is the paper, very interesting paper. I'm working on this data repurposing here, and let's say I'm reading this paper and I found this is a very interesting paragraph. I can use highlight, save. Okay, I can put a note also here. Okay, right click sticky note. This is very relevant to my thesis or paper methodology section. Why? Today you are reading it, you are putting it sticky notes. After 1 month, you again come back and start reading it. You will forget what you read last month, means today. Right? Today is March, and then you're coming back in April. So you can save and you can close. And next time, if you go and open again, let me show you. We open again where we were, right? So yeah. So we open again what? Ref work. Oh, so Mendeley, sorry. Oh yeah, Mendeley. Unfortunately, I closed the app itself. Yeah, so here is the app. Okay, so app is coming up. Now you see here, open up again the same PDF which we worked. See, open. Can you see the same highlight is retained? Notes is retained. So I can see what I wrote last month on 13th of March. What was my comment? So very good. You are traveling in a train, you are traveling in a plane, you are going from one conference, you want to utilize your time for reading paper, you have a mobile, you have a laptop, you have a iPad, you have a Mac system, whatever, so MacBook. So you can read, highlight, you go back, click sync button as you get into internet, syncing done. All the system where your login, wherever you will be doing login now in Mendeley, you will be getting the same stuff. And let's say we are working on the same folder. Sorry, again, I closed the Mendeley somehow. And let's say that folder which I shared with Ravi and Manish, Prof. Ravi and Ravish, I can do some editing over there, and then they will be able to see what changes, what progress. So that is what the collaboration is. You can sort, you can find out, you can include your paper, you can say this is my favorite paper, recently read. You see, this is the paper we recently read, recently added, all the references. And as I told you, you can do anything. You can add even references manually. Let's say you find a hard copy or by DOI. So this is the very last feature I'm sharing. So let's say I click on Google Scholar and I find a paper. Let's say this is the paper. Let me not do this because they already exist. Let's go to the next page and let's search for this paper. Okay, this paper. So what I need to do is I need to find out DOI. So I'll go to the page. I will not download the full paper. I will only go to DOI. So I will take DOI from here, copy DOI, right? And just put that DOI here. See, it will capture all information. Metadata has been captured. Add entry, and you will see soon entry has been added. Understanding this was the last one. So yeah, where it has been added, I don't know where it has gone, but somewhere it must have gone, right? Recently added. Let's see in recently added. All references recently read. So should be somewhere here only, which we have just now added. This is how you add a lot of information and manage your. This is what all about bibliographic management, no error, no tapping. And in the PPT I have also given some best practices what a researcher should do when they are going and using reference management. So let me close the session. If there is a pressing question, we can put it over here and solve it here. I believe if I can see chat box, any pressing question which people have. I mean, very good tool. And as a researcher, I will advise you should use this tool only because chances of errors goes close to zero. I'm not saying it become zero. The chances of error goes close to zero, right? Because automation. And automation may also have error, and that's why it allows you to edit information, add and all that. That's what is the essence of this session. So any question? Is there any question, Manish, which is there in the chat box which I'm not able to see?
Participants, is there any question from your end? You can raise your hand also in the emoji sections. So I can unmute you and you can put directly your questions.
I can understand it is evening time. People are looking like when professor will stop and will go home. But it's okay. You can still write your questions. My email ID is available publicly. I will share my PPT also. I will interact with you all in other session also. I think on 16th, responding to reviewer comments, how to respond to reviewer comments, how to write review for a paper. There we may discuss more. Or if you have question, by the time some of you may download and work with ref work or Mendeley or JabRef, you have question that day also we can settle. Right. So if there is no question, there are two messages, right? Either you have understood everything or nothing. I believe first one is the true. Yeah, Manish, you were saying something.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you so much for today's talk. So I think a participant will have any query. So we will ask on the next session on on 16. So we'll better.
Yes. Thank you very much, Academy.
Thank you so much.
AICT Academy for having me. Wish you all the best. See you on 16th also. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.